Hey guys, what's up? My name is Ayush and you're watching House and Ayush Khanna classes. And I'm back on YouTube after a very long year after a very long wait of 1 year. So, in this video, I'm going to discuss the RTPs for November 2021 attempt. And uh, before that, join my Telegram channel and Telegram group. I'll be providing the link of both in my description box. Okay, so let's start with the RTP of accounts first for November 2021 attempt. Ignore these amendments; these are just useless. Yeah, first. First, we are going to start with preparation of statement of PNL and balance sheet. This question is repeated in every RTP, and it is in there in study material 2. So I'm not going to solve the full question as it is very lengthy too, but you can refer the solution. Okay, I'm just going to explain the adjustments part. You can go through the trial balance. Okay, come to the adjustments. First adjustment, closing stock was valued at 4,27,500. This will be shown in the balance. It will be shown in the P&L as the changes in inventory and in balance sheet too. Purchases include 50,000 worth of goods and articles distributed among valued customer. This means what? This means that they have made advertisement, free distribution and samples type of free distribution samples we can say. So we will deduct this from the original purchases of the piece. Uh, I think it was for piece 15 1 lakh 50,000, yeah, 14 lakh 71,500. We will deduct it from this. Then third adjustment, salaries and wages include rupees 6,000 being wages incurred for installation of electrical fittings, which were recorded under furniture. So that means they have recorded it in the wrong account head. We will deduct this 6,000 from salaries and wages from here, and we will add back this in the uh, furniture. Okay, now salaries and wages include 30,000 being director's remuneration. Director's remuneration is different, so we'll deduct this from the directors from the salaries and wages too. So 1,56,000 minus 30,000 minus that I think 15,000. Oh, sorry, 6,000 rupees. Okay, now one important point for furniture. I'm going to tell you the treatment for furniture now. Uh, when you will make the uh, schedule of furniture of tangible assets, what how you have to present. Uh, 1,05,000 is the cost of furniture. Plus 45,000 is the accumulated depreciation. We will add. We will consider this full 1,50,000 as the cost of furniture. Okay, and then we have to add that rupees 6,000 that wages. Then that and that part. Depreciation part. How we have to calculate? Accumulated depreciation is 45,000 plus accumulated depreciation of 45,000. Okay. Then on the one lakh 5,000 part, we will compute 10% depreciation. That means 10,500, and that on 6,002 we have to complete. We have to compute. That is 600. 1,05,000. Sorry, 10,500 plus 600 plus 45,000 comes out to be 56,100, and we will deduct this from the cost of furniture. That amounts to 1,56,000. Okay, that means 9,99,000. Sorry, 99,900 would be the carrying amount of furniture. Understood? So Bills receivable. Next part. Include 4500 being the dishonored bills, 50% of which had been considered irrecoverable. Now, how we have to treat this? We have got this part. Trade receivables and trade payables, 1,50,300. Correct. Uh, and we will add back that rupees 4500 rupees, the bills receivable discovered, so dishonored. Then we have to write off the bad debts. That is 50% of the 4500 rupees. That comes up to be 2250. Uh, and we have provided with trade receivable include 18,000 due for more than 6 months. This would have no effect on the balance sheet, but the Companies Act requires to bifurcate this from the original from the full trade receivable. Okay, so we will deduct this from the debtors, and we will and we will show it separately in the notes to accounts. Okay, then uh, the receivables of businesses in the majority after again discounted after 31st March. This would have rather no treatment. Okay, this would have no treatment. Mm, so let's move ahead. Depreciation point done. Interest on debentures was due on that date. This will come under the finance cost. Okay, this will come under the finance cost. And if you see debentures interest, it's 11,250. Now, what does this mean? Now, they have given us half yearly interest in the 12 months, and we have to, and that means the the balancing in the balancing 6 months, the amount will be same, that is of 11,250. Thus we will compute it. Thus we will compute finance. Thus we will include it in the finance cost as 22,500 rupees. Done. I think this, yeah, one major point, technical know-how fees is to be written off over a period of 10 years. Now, we will write off this over, uh, write off this over 10 years. So, technical know-how for like 50,000 divided by 10 years, that is 45,000, will be written off and will be included in the depreciation and amortization head. I think this much is very clear. Audit fees is simple. You can read it. Yeah. Second question. I hope the first question is easy enough. Okay. Second question, A part. Star Limited gives the following information for the year ended 31st March 2021. We are given with GP subsidies from government, administrative selling and distribution expenses, directors' fees, interest on debentures, manual remuneration, depreciation on PPE, provision for tax, transfer to general reserve, and transfer to IRR. This investment revaluation reserve, and depreciation as per PP, depreciation PP as per schedule 2 of the Companies Act 2013 was 863,018. You are required to compute the maximum amount of mechanical remuneration as allowed by the Companies Act 2013, as allowed as per the Companies Act 2013. Now, what we have to do is we have to add back the subsidies in gross profit, 60 lakhs 38,048 rupees plus 4 lakh 10,888, and then we have to subtract all the cost, that is administrative selling. Now which costs will be included in this? Administrative, directors, interest and debentures, but not manual elimination, as we have to compute this only, so we'll ignore manual elimination in this. Depreciation on PPE, we will take this one, 863,018, rather than 783,815. Okay, we will get and we will get profit under section 198. Section 198 doesn't include PFT, GR and IRR and manipulation. Okay, so let's see how much will be the amount. 60 lakhs 38,048 plus 4 lakh 10,888 minus 12 lakh 33,008. Sorry, mistaken. 60 lakhs 38,048 plus 4 lakh 10,888 minus 12 lakh 33,813 minus 202,170 minus 46,860 minus 863,018. What is this? ठीक है जी, क्या बात है? Yeah, 60,38,048 प्लस 4,10,888 माइनस 12,33,813 माइनस 2,02,170 रुपये minus 46,860 minus 863,018. This comes out to be 4,10,304, sorry, 41,03,075 rupees. Manual remuneration will be 11% of 41 lakhs. Okay, 41 lakhs 3,075. What's the reverse answer is? It will be 11% of that. Okay, I think that this is very clear. Now B part, what does it say? Which head these accounts should be classified in balance sheet as per Schedule 2 of the Companies Act 2013. Share application money received in excess of the issued share capital. This will be shown under the current liabilities, other current liabilities. Okay, current liabilities and other current liabilities. Share option outstanding account. It will be shown under shareholders funds, under debt reserves and surplus. Okay, unpaid matured debenture and interest accrued thereon. Interest accrued thereon. It will be, yeah, it will be current liability, under current liabilities, under that other current liabilities. Fourth part, uncalled liability on shares and the other partly paid investment. Now this will come under contingent liabilities and commitments. Commitments, yeah. Usually these are not asked also. Okay, it's just for knowledge purpose. Shareholders funds, called and paid under shareholders funds and share capital. Okay. Cash flow settlement using direct method. Okay, जी. I'm going to start this. I'm going to tell you the treatment of all the things. First, start with the operating activities. In this, first we have cash sales of rupees 393 crores. Then receipt from credit customers. total to 201 crores. We will add this also in operating. Okay. Purchases for the year amounted to 330 crores, out of which credit purchases were 80%. Credit purchases of 80% means 20% was cash purchases and 330 for 20%. 66 crores. Okay. So now we'll not uh, take this 66 crores as we will compute cash paid to suppliers in full. Uh, by opening by balance plot on 126, two balance credit on 138. Then we have made purchases uh, by purchases 264, that is 330 80%, 264. uh, then we have paid cash to cash that is 66 crores rupees, the cash purchases. Okay, total cash paid will be 318 crores. And then we have to pay then we have paid the suppliers of the consumable 28.5 crores. We will add that too. Okay. And then as per companies that the employees are also like of creditors, so we will include its as the salaries or wages of the 30 crores. Okay, we will add this. And then the total amount if you see would be 376.5 crores. We will deduct this from the operating activities. Then we have this is in that financing activities. Financing 39 crores was paid by the way of income tax. Income tax, that means we will deduct this from operating activities. The new machinery possibly 15 crores. 15 crores, huh? Or do it where the crores they haven't written. Operating activities, you will get, okay, you'll get operating activities. Then investing activities, that is very easy. Investing activities, machinery 15 crores. We will deduct this. And as you know, we are doing the direct method, so we will not include we would not consider the loss of 3 crores in of the investment. Okay. Then machinery 15 crores minus plus investment of 27 crores that was sold. Net effect we will get of rupees 9 crores, positive 9 crores. And cash from financing activities, redemption of preference shares 48 crores. Okay. Premium, we will not consider this as it is a direct method. And then proceeds from equity shareholders. Oh, sorry, I'm a bit mistaken here. I did mistake. 30 crores is the face value of equity shares plus 20%. We have got. That means plus 20%, that is 36 crore rupees we have received. Okay, so we will add this 36 crores full. And then to venture interest paid 30 crores got 10%, that is 3%, that is 3 rupees. And dividend paid is 22.5 crores. I think it's very clear. We will deduct this and just do the calculation and you will get the answer. Yeah, questions are there. Not to be. and the RTP is so dumb and easy that I don't think so from this there are 20 question, and also okay from this there will be any question. Now it's just for the revision purpose now. Don't consider it that any question might come from this. It's very very simple. Now fourth part, fourth question. Profit loss prior to incorporation question. A new limited was incorporated on 1st August 2020. A takeover partnership with the on 1st April. That means pre-incorporation period are of April, May, June, July, 4 months. Okay, 4 months, and 8 months is the post-incorporation post-incorporation period. That is 4:8. That is 1:2 is the time ratio. Acha. GP we are given with 9 lakh in expenses. Salaries uh, would be this adjustment I will just tell you. Okay, salaries will be on time ratio, rent rates and expenses. Rents and expenses. So 1,20,000 time ratio. Commission on commission sales will be on sales ratio. Okay, जी. Its adjustment I have to tell you. Wait. Depreciation will be on time basis. Interest and debentures will be post incorporation. Directors fees post incorporation. Advertisement post incorporation. Okay, and now sales issue. What is sales issue? What would be the sales issue now? Let's say for the first 4 months, the let's say the sales is X. Total sales will be 12x for the pre-incorporation period. Sales will be 4x, post-incorporation 8x. Now what they have said, a new limited integrated and investment campaign resulted in increase in monthly average sales of about 25% post-incorporation, 30% post-incorporation. That means 1.25 125% of 8x. Uh, that means I think 10x. Okay, 10x, 4x is to 10x. That is 2 is to 5 would be the sales ratio. It's good enough. Okay, the GP ratio post incorporation increased 30%, 25%. Now, how we have to compute post incorporation? Sorry, GP ratio. Now, this will be computed as for the first 4 months. The GP ratio was 25%. For the next 8 months, the GP ratio was 30%. Understood? For this 25% of 4 plus 30% of 8, and I think we'll get a GP ratio of 1 to 3, and thus we can allocate. Easy question, nothing much to worry. A bonus share, very easy questions, same as in the study material. I don't know they don't have any type of any new questions. Right issue of right shares. Again, a very simple question. First, we'll compute You have to compute the value of the redshift. First, you have to compute the x, right? A value of the shares. Okay, how it would be 190 into 190 into 4 shares, as they are showing the 1 for every 4, 190 into 4 plus 120 into 1. Okay, 120 into 1. 190 into 4 plus 120 into 1 divided by 4 plus 1. We'll get the value of we'll get the exact value 190 into 4 plus 120 divided by 5. Correct? That comes out to be 176. Value of the right is 190 minus 176, that is 14 rupees. Redemption of preference shares. Now, what to explain in this question? A simple element is simple portion and made in a question paper. Same question in that study material. They're repeating this. They're repeating the questions. We have completed till seventh question. Till seventh question. There are 13 more questions left. Okay, we'll discuss that in other videos. Okay, so thank you everybody. Take care. Bye bye, and do join my Telegram channel. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.